You have the eye for human weakness, but not the stomach.
What's this about?
Oh, just a feeling I have.
Ouch. When you get those feelings, insurance companies start to go bankrupt.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
It's the Al Travis Show, and we've got him. Jack Zimmerman on the program with us today. Jack, how you doing, my boy?
Good, Al. How you doing?
Good. Where are you? You're in the car. Where are you coming back from?
Oh, you know me, making my way around the country. Headed back from Texas right now.
What were you doing down in Texas?
I had to bring some dogs down there. Dove season's right around the corner, so I got to have something to pick up the birds down there.
No, you're bringing dogs down there. These some you've trained or somebody else? You had a training
Yeah, friends of mine have trained them all summer long and worked with them, and now it's time to get them down there to hunt them this summer or this fall here.
See, now I don't know if folks have ever seen this before, but and I'm going to forget his name, which is too bad.
Moose.
Thank you. Moose, you trained right up to be like a national champion thing. I mean, this thing was unbelievable, right? I mean, you've done this before. You know the work it takes.
Yeah, Moose is a pretty special dog. He's a once-in-a-lifetime dog. Me and him were the first team to ever qualify for a senior-level hunting title out of a wheelchair through AKC.
Cool,
and you know, it's just so cool. I needed him that time in my life. You know, I was fresh off an injury, getting wounded in Afghanistan, and I was so used to waking up every morning and training and getting better at something. And after I came home, I was like, what does that thing look like for me now? And I started shooting some ducks, and I couldn't pick them up out in the water. I'm only 3'10" now. Al. We had to hunt puddles the rest of my life. So.
Very small puddles. Oh,
I needed a dog. I needed a dog, Al. So I got Moose, and we started training, and he really helped me get through that time in my life.
Do you know if you're 3'10"? Or are you just making that up?
Yeah, that's right. I'm off my longest limb. Yeah. Yeah.
Did some nurse move you over and say, you got to stand here and we got to find out how tall you are?
No, my drunk friends, Al. My drunk friends don't know how tall I was now.
Okay.
There's no medical evaluation in this height comparison whatsoever, Al, but it gets better. I felt like a liar and a criminal every time I went and got anybody my license to see how old I was or anything and checking me out. I'm not 6'3" anymore, Al. I basically had to invert those numbers, you know? And so I had to go to the DMV and I said, I got to change something on my license. She says, what do you got to change? And I said, well, I'm not 6'3" anymore. And she kind of stares at me for a minute and she goes, all right. So I wrote down 3'10". So now my driver's license says with 3'10" on it now.
That is so wrong, but it's just, I don't know why it hits me.
So
only that I never thought about it. It's like, oh my God, now I got to go change my license because I've lost. That's like the last. I'm sorry, I'm crying a little bit. I never thought about it until you said, "Oh,
yeah, true story, Al. So yeah, it was one of the funniest times of my life was that situation. Because just the way the gal looked at me at the counter, she's like, "Yeah, I guess you can update it. I guess."
This poor gal's going through her life. She's filing the paperwork, doing her things, done it a million times. 20,000 Al Travises come in a week. All of a sudden, Jack shows up. What can I do? I need a new license. Why is that, sir? Because my height has changed. Holy crap. I don't know how she wouldn't look at you. I'm like, oh, crap. Do I laugh? Do I not? Do I smile? Do I say, okay, wow. I never thought of it. Okay, now, quick, where were the dogs? So you train them up here to be bird dogs, and then you bring them down to Texas, and somebody, I presume, purchased them. How quickly will a trained dog go from these are the guys I listen to, the new guys I listen to? How do the dogs switch over? Or do they?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of, just getting used to the dog and the dog getting used to you and working together. Within a couple of days, you're pretty much rolling right along. Yeah, I mean, it might not be as perfect as you want it to. Within a week, you're pretty much right where you need to be, with them, but a couple of days.
And is that because you'll teach him, the new owner, the language you use with the dog or whatever you call, pick it up or go get it?
Yeah.
You give him all the words. Okay, fair enough. Interesting.
Pretty much he has to figure out the dog has to figure out him, and just even if it was a dog that if you knew all the same commands and everything, it'd still just take him a minute to get used to your cadence and things like that.
All right. So you're coming back. What do you got going on up here?
Oh man, Al, you're never gonna believe what time of year it is. Hunting season up there, bear season.
Oh, that isn't even
September
hunting.
1st.
Oh, stop. Really? That isn't even hunting.
Yeah. I drew a permit this year. I'm all fired up. I'm excited. I drew a permit. But did you see this weather that we're going to have?
Oh, yeah. Cold.
Oh, my God. It's cold.
Gorgeous. Well, cold. It's 75, be 40 in the mornings. But let me ask
40?
you this. The hunting thing, Jack, with the bears. Yeah. I got a brother who does the same thing. Can you tell us roughly where your blind spot's going to be? What town close? Where will you be hunting? Cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how I get bear hunting, and I make fun of my brother for this, so I'm going to do the same thing for you. You go, peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter sandwich. Bear comes to get fed because you can bait the bear. So peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, lead sandwich one day. That's not hunting, Jack.
Well, I have to be there to do it, though, Al. You got to be there. You got to hunt them
You with your ham sandwich. Do you have someone who baits? Or are you flying up there on a weekly? And how long does it take to get a set?
John Strife out of Faribault. That's what he's my outfitter. I hunted with him before, and he's actually in my second book. I mean, bear hunting was one of the things that when I first started hunting, it was one of the things that challenged me the most. I didn't know if I could actually was able to do it or not because the bear is so patient and they're so smart and they'll wait and they'll watch and they know everything going on in the woods and they can smell so good. And I thought, well, maybe with my wheelchair and everything else, this just isn't, I'm just not gonna be able to pull it off. And next thing you know, I was able to get one. And but it took a long time. I sat there for a long time, and I think the hardest part about bear hunting is not going to the the bait pile yourself and grabbing a pastry off there or something,
Now, and how long can you do that ahead of time before the hunt?
Yeah, so it opened up. I believe August 16th, the guys can start baiting, and then we start hunting September 1st. So hopefully they'll be living on those bait piles. We'll be able to get a really good bear really fast, and that's the main thing.
I see you getting distracted by Don Shelby joining us in his little photo. Is he the most handsome guy? I know it's radio, but my God, radio's for the rest of us, not Don Shelby's. He was the TV guy. He'll be on next in a little bit. On the bear deal, you said September 1st?
Yeah, that's the opening day. Yeah. So I got
after the wait. Go ahead.
I'm gonna need a day off.
See, I'm like, wait a minute. We're supposed to work that day. You know what we're going to do? If you're not going to be here Labor Day, we're shutting her down.
We're shutting the whole show down for me, Al?
If you're not going to be here, why would I be here? Come on, Jack. I get up
fair.
to see you and talk with you.
That's fair.
So, all right. I want to talk a couple things with you if I can. The Twins can't be less of a draw for me right now, losing 2 out of 3 against the worst in the league, Chicago, having a tough time. But I am getting so jacked up about the Minnesota Vikings. It's crazyville. I am here. Let me throw a couple things at you. So we're having this quarterback fight, right? Who's going to be the quarterback? Well, JJ is going to be our quarterback for sure. But then who? And you see Max Brosma come out in the 3-4 preseason games, Minnesota Gopher kid. And he's kind of, this is really wrong. He's like you and I. Weren't built to be an NFL quarterback, right? He's a little small, doesn't have the hands, he doesn't have the speed, but he tries. The kid tries really hard. So I'm rooting for the cat, right? And he's doing really well. And I'm saying, you got to get rid of the Ripon kid. Get rid of him. Let's get Max on the rotation. And he has another great week. And did you catch what happened this weekend, Jack?
Did they sign somebody I think they signed?
They booted out Howell, the guy who was experienced, brought in Carson Wentz, and then told Ripon to go away. It's McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and then Max Brosmer on the Vikings squad. At least that's what they're predicting for and I love it. 2 things, good news, bad news. Carson Wentz comes in, good quarterback. I'm not opposed to this. He's getting the playbook like tomorrow, the first time. I mean, it's a little tight, isn't it? These playbooks are kind of tough. But I love Max Brosmer making it part of the 53-team season. He's going to make some money. I'm just happy for the kid.
Well, I was at the game when Carson Wentz won a Super Bowl ring there at U.S. Bank Stadium when he was playing with the Eagles.
So does that make you feel good or bad?
We should have been playing in that game. But
absolutely.
No, I'm excited about Carson Wentz joining the team. That's so much good experience that he could pass on to McCarthy. I mean, he basically led that Eagles team to that Super Bowl, until he got hurt right before the Super Bowl. So that guy's got a lot of really good experience. He can give McCarthy, lead him to a hopefully successful career here, and I'm excited. This is ramping up to be quite the team, Al. As long as we have somebody that can hold out the line.
It's a Minnesota team, and this is what I mean. The Twins gutted everybody. If you bought a jersey with Carlos Correa's number on or whatever, you should be asking for a return. What are you guys doing? They get rid of everybody. But on the Minnesota Vikings side, major sports, they get Harrison Smith to take less money so he can stay here. He wants to be a Minnesota Viking. That's so Minnesota, it's not even funny. I love the cat. I don't care if he gives up. He's not the guy he was 20 years ago when he started. He does that. Then they find a way to get Max Brosmer on here. And then, did you hear this? And it has, we'll see. So, Justin Jefferson, hammy, but he's going to be okay. Addison.
Addison. Yep.
Suspended for 3 games. And our third guy does Jalen Naylor's got a week-to-week with a hand problem. They're talking to Adam Thielen in the Carolina Panthers to see if we can't get Adam Thielen back. I would give him whatever money you got. I don't care what you got to do. $6 million is a lot of money. But they want to bring him back. Adam Thielen, he's a Minnesota cat. He's Mankato State guy. Bring him back to finish his career. Tell him to take a little less money. How cool is that? Come on.
Oh, that would be the best, Al. That would be the best. And then hopefully we can get him that Super Bowl ring then,
Oh, see, wouldn't that be okay, now we're just talking crazy talk, but I love the crazy talk. I'm just telling you, that's just 3 examples, and everyone here in Minnesota, I mean, if you're a Minnesota guy, are you not waiting for the season to start? We have anticipation. We won 14 games last year. We're going to be in the mix. You can't say that about the Twins. You can't even get excited about them. The difference is just amazing. The only thing we can compare that to is the Lynx. The Lynx won again last night, but we'll talk more about this stuff in a minute. You're my sports guy. I got to go to break. We got lots more coming up. He's Jackson. What? We'll be back after this.
I haven't been this excited since we signed Favre.
Oh. I try to love you, Jack, and then you do stuff like that. The Favre year is the year I give up. I can't. I know. Back after this.
Dust from gravel roads and driveways does more than make your car dirty inside and out. It gets down into your lungs, and it's bad for your health. Now there's an environmentally friendly solution for your dust problems. It's called DustLock. DustLock can control all your summer dust problems with just one application. Protect your vehicle and your lungs. Learn more at dustlock.com.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "You're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts." But in a world full of AI and fake news, where can Minnesotans find the facts? Center of the American Experiment is Minnesota's go-to source for fact-based analysis and common sense solutions for taxes, energy, public safety, and our kids' education. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
don't need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on The Al Travis Show.
We've got him, Jack Zimmerman, local hero on the program with us today. Jack, about the only guy who gets more free press than you is Don Shelby, and he's coming up in a minute. How have you caught it? He's in this love letter saying, we'll talk about that. But then I get him booked to be on, and all of a sudden there's this Field and Stream report in the Star Trib about him just out there planting trees like Johnny Appleseed, saving the planet. I'm like, what does this cat not do? Little kitty rescue on Fridays, just getting kitties out of the trees. You, on the other hand, my friend, are getting booked up. We've got 2 books. Folks who don't know, Jack stepped on an IED, stepped on it, right?
Yep.
An IED in Afghanistan, lost a couple legs. That's why we're laughing. It's wrong that we're laughing at that you're 310, but Jack, it's just wrong. And he messed up an arm. And he wrote a book, and that's how I got to know him. 5 minutes, 300 seconds that changed my life. Rough story. Surgeon says, you give me 5 minutes, and I'll save your life. Stay awake, right? Basically, don't want you fading off. And you did that. Well, I've been listening. Great book. Oh, my God, I love this book. And then a couple of years later, 3 maybe, you wrote Beyond 5 Minutes, Lesson from a Wounded Warrior's Life Outdoors. And I read that book, Jack, and I think to myself, I'm busting this thing down. Not everybody's life is out shooting ducks or trapping with dogs or doing this thing, but it's Jack's thing. And you found a way to do it, and that's what, I don't say make your life whole, but it brought you back, right? And I'm thinking to myself, all you got to do is find your thing. Jack's right, and you find your thing. So is that basically what your speeches are about? Because I know you give a lot of ceremonial speeches, that sort of thing. Is that what you're doing, is saying, hey, figure your stuff out. Find your thing.
No, my speech, when I go out and I share my story and I do my motivational speaking, my story more revolves around that day of laying there on the battlefield, seeing my life flash before my eyes. And it's really, I really want other people to understand the lessons that I learned that day and everything that I went through. So one day when their life flashes before their eyes, it's worth watching, And a lot of times I think we get stuck in this cycle of life of work and cleaning and dinner and everything else going on and mowing the lawn and everything else, and we forget that we need to go out there and make those memories and spend time with the people that really matter to us. And the one thing that never flashed before my eyes laying on the battlefield was me sitting on the couch or me doing nothing. It was always me out with my friends, fishing, hunting, really enjoying life, to the fullest. Even playing baseball with my friends when I was a kid, all the little things that I seen flash before my eyes. That's what we need to be out there doing is experiencing those things and chasing what you really love in this life.
But if you put yourself back to 18-year-old Jack who's going through training, and it's a weird thing when you're done with it. It's like, yeah, okay, I handled that and I'm all that. But when you're going through it, it's a crap show, right? I mean, no one enjoys basic training. No one enjoys going through it. You got your airborne. No one likes that. But could you ever imagine, even though you're in the service, this is what was going to be the end result? You know what I'm saying? I think we all go through it. I went to basic. You never think, well, I'm gonna be the one who ends up like this. You don't think it because you can't think it, but you did, and getting through that, what a turn in your life.
I feel like I prepared for everything for Afghanistan as much as I possibly could. If I came home 100% healthy or if I came home dead, that's what I planned for. I never planned for anything in between. I had the will and all uniform all ready to go. Had I passed away, and I was excited to come home and continue life and moving on if I came home in one piece, but I never imagined coming home missing limbs and wounded. It was never really that gray area I'd never considered.
That's what I mean. The Army talks you through that. You write a little will, you write a letter to your family and say, hey, if I'm not coming home, I want you to know this. They put that in your head. But I don't know that we ever talked about it coming home, in pieces, wounded, if you will. Yeah. I don't know. Now, your quick thoughts, I only have a minute. All these organizations, Tunnels to Towers and all the rest of these that are doing these things, do you, for the most part, and you work a lot of these groups, do they do right by you all? Is the money going and being well spent? Are you happy with what you see?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good organizations out there, like the Carrington Foundation. Tunnels to Towers is another great organization.
Patriot Catfishing, all the people you
Catfishing. Yeah, all the guys. There's so many organizations out there that are helping people. Find the good ones, support them because they are changing lives. And as you can see, Al, my driver's license doesn't say 6'3" anymore on it because the simple fact of wounds of war don't go away, and there's still guys out there struggling. Go out there and support veterans still if you can. Don't forget about us.
Appreciate it. And go buy the books. You go to jackzimmermanmn.com and order yours today. Got to fly, my friend. See you in a couple weeks if you're going to take off just to go shoot bears.
Yeah, thanks for the day off next week, Al. I appreciate it.
Jack Zimmerman on the Al Travis Show.
Step into a world where magic and merriment come alive. Discover fantastical creatures, behold thrilling jousts, and meet your favorite